Imagine a classroom where one child is rocking back and forth, another is deeply focused on their favorite subject but struggles with group activities, and yet another finds it nearly impossible to sit still. These are neurodivergent children, whose brains process the world differently than neurotypical peers. The term neurodivergence includes conditions such as autism spectrum disorder, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, dyslexia, dyspraxia, and sensory processing disorder. Understanding and supporting these children is not just about accommodations, it's about creating environments where they can thrive. Neurodivergence is not a new concept. In fact, historical records suggest that many brilliant minds, including Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, and Nikola Tesla, may have been neurodivergent. However, it was not until the late 20th century that these differences were recognized as natural variations rather than disorders to be fixed. The neurodiversity movement, pioneered by sociologist Judy Singer in the 1990s, challenges the idea that neurodivergent traits are deficits, instead emphasizing inclusion, acceptance, and support. Let's start with autism spectrum disorder, which affects 1 in 36 children in the US, according to the CDC. Autistic children often experience sensory sensitivities, communication challenges, and difficulty with social interactions. However, many also possess incredible strengths, such as strong pattern recognition, deep focus, and unique problem-solving abilities. The key to supporting autistic children is understanding their sensory needs. Studies show that providing sensory-friendly spaces such as quiet areas, fidget tools, and noise-canceling headphones significantly reduces stress and improves focus in autistic students. A well-documented case is that of Temple Grandin, an autistic scientist and advocate whose deep understanding of sensory processing revolutionized the livestock industry. Growing up, she struggled with communication and social cues, but thanks to supportive mentors and hands-on learning experiences, she became one of the most respected experts in animal science. Her story underscores the importance of focusing on strengths rather than deficits. Next, ADHD, which affects approximately 9.8% of children. While ADHD is often associated with hyperactivity and inattention, it also comes with remarkable strengths, such as creativity, spontaneity, and high energy levels. Traditional classroom settings, which emphasize sitting still, following rigid schedules, and focusing on one task for long periods, can be particularly challenging for these children. Research shows that movement-based learning, flexible seating arrangements, and shorter, high-interest lessons can significantly improve attention and engagement. A famous example of ADHD in action is Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. He struggled with school but later credited his success to his ability to think outside the box and take risks, both traits often found in people with ADHD. This highlights an important point. Instead of forcing neurodivergent children to conform to rigid expectations, we should be helping them harness their natural strengths. Dyslexia, affecting 1 in 5 children, presents another challenge. These children struggle with reading, writing, and spelling, but often excel in problem-solving, spatial reasoning, and creative thinking. Studies show that multisensory learning approaches, such as incorporating visuals, hands-on activities, and audiobooks, can greatly enhance learning outcomes. In fact, companies like Microsoft and Google now actively seek out dyslexic thinkers because of their unique problem-solving abilities. So, what can educators, therapists, and parents do to create inclusive environments for neurodivergent children? Universal Design for Learning is one of the most effective frameworks, promoting multiple ways of teaching and assessing students to cater to different learning styles. Assistive technologies such as speech-to-text tools for dyslexic students or scheduling apps for children with ADHD can also be game changers. Perhaps the most powerful strategy, however, is changing mindsets. Instead of focusing on what neurodivergent children struggle with, we must shift toward valuing their unique perspectives and talents. Studies show that schools with strong inclusion policies see improved academic performance, social cohesion, and lower dropout rates not just for neurodivergent students, but for all students. At its core, working with neurodivergent children is not about helping them fit in. It's about celebrating their differences, providing the right support, and ensuring that they have the same opportunities to thrive as anyone else. When we create truly inclusive spaces, we do not just change the lives of neurodivergent children, we enrich society as a whole.